Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another Scrapbook Sunday 101, Roseward, Stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come scrapbook with me. We are going to get started. So thank you so much for tuning in. Today what I'm going to do is show you a beautiful page, two-page layout actually, with this stamp set, Pretty Pumpkins. That is in the annual, the mini catalog, page 48. Okay, I did a video on this live on Friday morning with some cards. So if you'd like to see those, just go back to my YouTube channel. The other thing that we're going to be using is in the annual catalog, which you tend to forget about when the holiday catalog comes out. But this paper right here, Beauty of the Earth, is absolutely gorgeous. It's actually got some really nice fall colors in it. And this one right here, you can't see too well. But you're going to see on Monday night YouTube Live a Christmas card or a winter card made with this paper right here. So this paper is so versatile. And that's what I'm going to be using today. That's on page 130 of the annual catalog. And we are going to get started. So I am, again, using the Pretty Pumpkins and the dies and the stamp set. Just bringing everything over since I forgot to bring this one thing over to the table. So here's the stamp set. Let me just move this up. If you'd like to place an order with me, go to Stampersdelight.com. Use that host code for this month. Also, if you'd like to check out some great stamping apparel and other fun items, go to Stampersdelightshop.com. One of the things that I'm excited, well, two of the things I'm really excited about in this shop is if you're a demonstrator, stamping my way to the next vacation, which is perfect for us because we're always doing that, right? And also the kids t-shirts that say Stamper in Training. So here's the dies that go with this set. And we're going to use some of those today. Okay. And of course the stamp set itself. First thing I'm going to do is I am going to bring in a couple of things here. Now I have a piece of Cajun Craze 12 by 12 paper, and that star is not supposed to be on there. I hope you're having a great early Sunday morning. Okay. And then I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 or Misty Moonlight, and everything is in the description on my blog, Stampersdelight.com. See, I'm not even thinking straight. I need more coffee. I'm going to use this piece of designer series paper. Again, this is great. This would be great for holiday cards too. Look, it's the trees. I can see us making some Christmas cards with that. Okay, now this is the same size, of course. So what I want to do is I want to trim this because I only want half of this. It's such beautiful paper. And we have several designer series papers that have this kind of design so that you can cut it right down in the middle at 6 inches. And you can make 2 scrapbook pages out of it. I did it on another scrapbook page. So just know that you can do that and just cut it in half. You can also make it into cards. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And you can get 6 cards out of one piece of designer series paper. I'm actually going to show you a bit of that when we're done. Okay, so this piece, I want it trimmed down to meet the Misty Moonlight. So that's got to be at 11. Doesn't really matter which side you cut off. Okay, we got a little strip here. I'm sure I could use that for something else. I'm going to take that away for a moment. What I'm going to do is I am going to line this up. And you could cut this piece off if you want, but I really like having that added base to it. Okay, we're going to just go like that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take my Stampin Seal. I just filled this one up, so don't need a real lot. It's very sticky. You can use any adhesive. I love the Stampin Seal. It's quick, easy, and it's very strong. So I'm just going to lay that right there. Okay, so you can see this. Didn't realize I was up so far. And this piece is going to go right here. thank you all for commenting on the scrapbook series. Everybody's asking me to please keep it going, and I absolutely will. Just please share my videos, tell your friends, and leave comments. Give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I will continue this as long as you continue to watch. How's that? Okay, so I'm going to lay that right there. And there's my page so far. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to add some cute little pumpkins to it. Some of them I've already cut out. Like I have one that I've already cut out here. And this is, of course, I'll put it up there so you can see it better. This one didn't cut out too well. Let me just trim this one up. There we go. Okay, so there's one that's already cut out. And then I am going to grab some white cardstock. I'm going to bring in a piece of paper here. And I am going to stamp. This is the, this one in the Cajun Craze. Now I'm going to do this one. Yes, I'm actually stamping. Usually I have everything already cut out. But now that you've been watching the 101, Stamp Book 101, or Scrapbook 101, and I got your creative juices going, we are going to start doing a little bit more. Okay, so that one is right there. That's what we're going to use. I'm going to bring in some of my blends. So this is Cajun Craze, and I'm going to bring in my pumpkin pie and just add some lines here. This is with my Stampin Blends again. Shade it any way you want. This is the dark. Maybe a little over here. Okay. I'm going to bring in the light. And this was the nubby end or the bullet end that I used to make the lines. This is the marker end. And towards the side, you don't want to use the point like this. Okay, number one, it'll ruin it. Number two, it'll dry up too fast. So you want to kind of use the side of that. You can also use the bullet or nubby end, as I call it. The correct terminology, I guess, is bullet. I prefer nubby. Okay. Just blending that up. And you can see that it blends together really nice. And it's going to give us that light and dark shadowing effect. Now around here, I'm just going to go very easy so I don't get it on my leaves. Okay. For up here, I'm just going to draw one line. Not a very big piece, so we're just going to add a little bit of dark. Now for this one, this is Old Olive, and I am going to use the nubby or bullet end on this because it's not a big area. Again, these are our Stampin Blends. Probably my favorite markers that we have. And still shots of the pages will be on Stampersdelight.com, my blog. Okay. So there we have that. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. See, my plates are well worn, still usable. Grab my die. And I am just going to cut that. I do have to move it so I can roll it. You could also use the mini embossing die cutting machine would work because it's a small piece. Okay, so here's that piece. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is let's put this over here. And I want to grab our circling dies. So I'm also using our circling dies. And I am going to grab my scalloped edge one for that. Let me show you these. They're all coming apart. I have them on magnetic sheets, but I use them so much. So these are our circling dies. I do use those a lot. You could also use those as matting for pictures. All right, so I'm going to take this one, and I have a piece of Cajun Craze. I'm just going to go in here and cut one of those out. So I am showing you a lot of the pieces that I normally have cut. But you've been watching this series for a while, so time to step it up a bit. Again, still quick and easy. Okay, so that's that one with the circling dies. Now, might as well get all the cutting out right here. I'm going to take two of the really pretty intricate dies or detailed dies, and I'm going to cut those out next. For that, I have a piece of our, this is our copper foil, I believe. It's hard to see under these lights which ones I grab. And I am just going to cut these detailed ones out. And the description of everything, again, or the items used are in the description. Okay. Let me just move this away. Pull this out. And for now, we are done with the die cutting machine. Don't forget, it's celebration time, so you order that die cutting machine now, and you get lots of, well, not lots, but you would get at least 2 free celebration items. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to use our brush and mat. Again, this is the take your pick tool that I'm using, and the cushion that comes with it. And you're just gently going to loosen those pieces up. The take your pick tool has many uses. You see me use this end all the time. And then, of course, this one has that little glue or cement kind of stuff that helps you pick up the doodads. But the brush goes right on there too. Very interchangeable. And then just play around with this a little bit and get those pieces out. Okay. Being gentle because it is a decorative die or detailed die, and there are a lot of little pieces. But it does fall out pretty quickly and easy. I'll tell you right now, our paper snips and our Stampin' Up's Take Your Pick tool, that gets put in my kids' stockings just about every year. Because they are artists. They have their own website. And they go through a lot of these tools working. They work out in Hollywood. If you're into the horror scene, go ahead and check out littleshopofgore.com. It's not as bad as it sounds, okay? Just especially for Halloween, check it out. Might be something on there for your kids. They have some cute little items. Okay, so there's that one. This one's not as bad. Okay, there's just some lines here, so I should be able to poke that out pretty quick. And of course the other ones are embossed, so they don't come out. Nice. So now we have these cute little items here. I'm going to bring back that piece, and let's see. Do I have my Wink of Stella on the table? I may not, because I was working on the other one. So we'll forego that for a moment. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to lay this down where I want this. I'm going to put this right here. Okay. And then I'm going to layer my pumpkins. And I'm pretty sure that's the way I want them. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this piece down. So I'm going to grab my Stampin Seal. I'm going to put that one right there. This one you can use Tombow, or adhesive sheets are great for these kind of dies. But since I didn't do that, I am going to use my detailed glue. Now, one thing I want to tell you about the detailed glue, because I used this on Friday, is it is not in the catalog. It was left out. It is on, the number is in the description below and also on my blog. It's 138309. That's the detailed glue. That's how it comes. Okay. And it's got a very fine tip to it. So that's why I like it, because it gives me a lot of precision. However, the bottle, I put it in smaller bottles because this way my class can use it. I can put one of these small bottles on each table. The small bottles you can get on Amazon. I believe it's made by Darcy. Just Google Amazon or search Amazon for small glue bottles. You get a couple of them, and for me it works better because I can split one bottle of glue up for each table when I have my in-home classes. Okay, we are going to go ahead and lay that right down here. What I do is I usually put a block or something right on that until it dries. So just leave that there for a second. Don't forget to close up your glue, whichever way you use it, as soon as you're done, because it does dry very quickly. It will get stuck in there. Okay. While I'm waiting for that to dry, and I'm going to put those together, I'm going to grab another piece of Cajun Craze. And I'm going to make some matting for here. So this is a half a sheet of cardstock. And I am just going to cut that at 4 by 6. Let's move this over so you can see me trim this. I'll probably lose all my pieces. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and do 4 inches. And again, 4 inches. And then this is left, it's a matting for your cards. A little rough piece there, but we'll just smooth that out. This is the matting, and then you would cut your pictures down to see just a little bit on the edges. Okay, so that's 2 pieces there. Then I'm going to go ahead and I am going to grab this piece, and I'm just going to make a 4 by 4 side or matting. You can cut the matting any size you want for your pictures. Okay, since I don't have pictures here, this I am going to keep because this piece I need for something else. Okay. That should be dry now. So I have my mattings. Put those over here. Bring this back in. And I don't need the dies, so we'll put those over there before I lose them. And then I'm just going to layer this up. So I've already got that started right there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some dimensionals and add some dimension to my project. This one, I'm going to add some mini glue dots. mini dimensionals because they fit better on there. And 3 should be plenty. Okay, I'm just going to put that on the side right there. Next one I'm going to do is the more detailed stamped one. Put that right there. Again, I am going to use dimensionals on that. Now I'm going to switch to the larger ones because this is a larger area. That one just kind of hung out on top of the other one, so we'll just leave it. Okay, and I am just going to put that one, let's say, right here. Now this one, okay, I want right here, but notice it's 2 different levels. So you got flat, and then you have where you need a dimensional. So what I do is I add some of the not snail anymore, Stampin Seal. And then on this side, I'm going to add a dimensional so that it is all the same level. And I'm going to put that right there. Look at that. What do you think? Okay, now next what I'm going to do is I've got these 3 pieces of matting. And I am just going to figure out where I wanted these. I can actually move it up that way. I like the blue showing. This is the Misty Moonlight, in case I didn't tell you. And then I don't want to cover up all of this down here. So that's why I made a smaller one. I'll just put that right there. All right. So there's my matting. And when I find pictures that I want to put in there, some fall pictures, which I know I have, I am going to just trim the pictures and put them under the matting. Again, just adding a little of my Stampin Seal. And then this one, I will put right here. So there's my page layout. Now I want to have a little sentiment here. So I got a couple of pieces. Remember this I saved from before. And I'm just going to trim this because it's got a ragged edge there. Okay. And see if this is going to... Actually, that's not going to work for what I want. So we'll change it up a little bit. We'll take this piece. This is why I leave all my scraps in front of me. I'm going to take this piece of white. And I am going to put So Thankful for You. And stamp that right there. I don't recommend stamping on your project. I just want you to be able to see it. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to trim that down. Okay, so let's see. Trimming that. So there's not really measurement for this because I'm just trimming it around it. So I can have that sentiment. This might actually fit on that piece. Let's try it. Nope, not going to work. Okay, so I have this other piece. Remember the piece left over from this. What I'm going to do is I am going to put that right on top, the So Thankful for You. And then trim around that. So you can see it's got a little bit of that Cajun Craze matting. I don't need that piece. I'll just cut that off. There we go. So Thankful for You. I'm going to put that right in the middle there. And I am also going to use dimensionals for that. Now, one thing I want to show you, these dimensionals are a small one because it's from my paper pumpkin. They do come in sheets like this. This is the mini ones. The edges work great for sentiments like this. Okay, so that's an edge that I just pulled off. And I use all my edgings, okay? I try to use everything that I can and waste very little. Okay, so let's just pull that off. Now, that little piece might be hanging out. Okay. So Thankful for You. Great page, right? Okay, and just to finish it off, I have some of these brushed metallic adhesive backs, and I am going to use those. I think I'm going to use the gold ones and just add a couple of these right here, maybe a couple small ones, just to break that up a little bit and add some gems. I'm going to take a large and a small right here and add that right there. And I have a beautiful fall page. It almost looks like a shirt, doesn't it? For some fall pictures. What do you think? Now let me show you the one I did before this. This is going to be my first page. Remember I said it's going to be a 2-page layout. I wish I could pull my camera up further so you could see the whole thing. Here's the other page that I did. So it's so thankful for you. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. And then just find some pictures. I know I have lots of pictures of my son and his friends Halloween time. That would work. So it is a 2-page layout. And I'm trying to get it into the camera so you can see it. I mean, I love this paper. Isn't that great? Nice 2-page layout. And again, go to Stampersdelight.com and you will be able to see the pages up close and personal. Now, real quick, something I want to show you. Here's another piece of Cajun Craze. And I am going to go ahead and cut that. Burnish this. Now, here's a half a sheet of that cardstock or designer series paper that was cut the opposite way for my paper share. But what I want to show you is, so let me bring this one up. So here's the half a sheet that we have left. All right, I'm going to save that because I'm going to do another scrapbook page. If I cut this at 4 inches, which I'm not going to do that one, I'm going to do this one because this one's already pretty small, at 4 inches, and then at, let's do it at 5 1/4. I want to take the white off. I love those colors, so let's do it at 5 1/4 here. If you had this as a long piece, you would be cutting 4 and then by 5 1/4. Layer that right on top of this. I'm going to bring in some pumpkins that I already have done. Let me see what I got here. I'm going to use the off-white. Very vanilla with the green. Okay, so let me just color that up. Quick, easy cards. These were pieces I already had cut out. So we're just going to go with those. Blend that up. Take the green. Whoop. I didn't want to use that side, but I guess I am now. Again, I like the other side for small areas. And again, this is the old olive. When you color with the bullet end, you can use the tip because it's stronger than the marker side. I like the fact that you can get 6 cards out of 1 sheet of designer series paper. spots there. Okay. So again, I'm going to bring this one in, and this one, just like that. Quick, easy card. So we'll put that one right there. We'll take the dimensionals here. And again, I'm going to use the edging on this. I definitely add my Wink of Stella. That one stuck in my finger. I don't have it on this table, so I don't want to leave you. But you can add that for some shimmer and shine. Put that right here. And let's see, bring in the So Thankful for You. I still have a piece here of white, but I don't want to use white with the Very Vanilla. So let me grab another piece of paper if I have the Very Vanilla here. I do. I'm not really planning on doing it, but okay, so I have the Very Vanilla. Now for my card bases, if I'm using white or the Very Vanilla, I do use the thick white. I'm going to cut that. So bring in my paper trimmer. Trim that one up. I'm going to take this strip right here, go right across, and use that right there. So a little bit different matting underneath for my sentiment. I'm going to add that right there. I am going to glue this down right here. I'm going to bring in those gems. Let's see, I think I'll use the pewter color. I think I want this one over here, and this one too. Take that other piece, leftover piece here, and I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. And that's going to be for my inside. I'm not sure what sentiment I want to put on there, so I'm putting So Thankful for You. I'm going to bring in those pumpkins. I'm going to stamp that. And then I am just going to glue that down. I'm going to save the sentiment inside because I'm not sure which one I'm going to do. And there you have a quick, easy card made out of some of that leftover designer series paper. How quick and easy was that? So I hope you enjoyed that. Again, here are the pages. So Thankful for You. I wonder if I can just lift this up a little bit. Nah, it keeps moving. Okay, so this is the page. And then this is the second page. Go to Stampersdelight.com to see the actual pages together. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Scrapbook 101. And I will see you back here next Sunday. Until then, keep on scrapbooking, scrapbookers. Bye.